Clause 10, Improvement. 10.1, General. This clause on improvement begins with a statement about improvement in general and describes the kinds of improvement that should be acted upon at a minimum. Firstly, actions necessary to meet customer requirements, which seems a bit obvious, one would think, but then also actions necessary to enhance customer satisfaction. It is thus a requirement of the standard not only to meet and deliver customer requirements, but also to enhance customer satisfaction where opportunities to do so can be determined. I have seen debates and conversations around the question of whether corrections can be truly considered improvements. Clause 10 of the standard clearly sees improvement as covering corrections and corrective actions, as well as seizing opportunities to make something that is good even better. 10.2, Non-conformity and Corrective Action, structures the activities required of an organization when a non-conformity occurs, whether this is in design and development, production, or post-delivery. Firstly, control it, correct it and address the consequences, and then evaluate the need for corrective action by determining the causes and whether the non-conformity could exist or occur elsewhere. Note then that the standard does not require corrective action in every instance of a non-conformity, but it does require doing the due diligence to make a responsible determination as to whether corrective action is appropriate. If corrective action is called for, it must be reviewed for effectiveness after implementation. Bear in mind that this may require some time to elapse after implementation with periodic active monitoring. I personally know of instances where non-conformities only surfaced a number of years after product installation. Also, do not confuse such review for effectiveness with verification or validation, both of which should be done before implementation. The fact that this unforeseen event occurred requiring corrective action indicates the need to revisit the risk-based thinking done during planning, and if appropriate, update relevant documentation around risks and opportunities, such as mitigations and controls. Changes to QMS processes might also need to be considered. Finally, and of course, there needs to be documentation and records to cover all of the above, but specifically the nature of the non-conformity and the results of corrective action. I do like the requirement in this clause to make the amount of effort proportional to the effects of the non-conformity. This cuts both ways and means that minor non-conformities should not consume much time and energy that would be better spent elsewhere. 10.3, Continual Improvement. The standard requires an organization to keep improving its QMS for suitability, adequacy, and effectiveness. Top management has a very specific responsibility here with management reviews. They do not necessarily have to do stuff personally, but it is their responsibility to lead the way and to make sure that needs and opportunities are identified and continual improvement takes place.